Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Justin Fields, Chicago Bears, Week 1, 2023 Dumpster Fire Spectacular. Lock in, buckle up. Here we go. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community, join. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, y'all. We're really doing this. It's happening. First third and one of the year. First third down of the year. We are not going to run our world-class, awesome, powerful running quarterback. We're going to run our eligible tight end in on a trick-em-dick-em sneak. Y'all, double middle fingers this. This is the whole offseason. This is the first third and short of the year. Get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, there are so many different ways to talk about this. First of all, did anyone watch Philadelphia last year? There are so many better ways to do a sneak than this. Okay, that's the first part. The other part is that this is the best player. He runs the ball really well. All you have to do is snap it to him and let him run to the right. That's all you have to do. The other part, and then this is another thing that pisses me off about videos like this, that they just get angry at the design. Okay, I'm getting angry at the design because I don't think this guy is good enough for this situation. And we don't need to trick him, dick him here. It's third and one. Assert your dominance. The next part of this is, if you want to go trick him, dick him, like you've been thinking about this all year, how are we going to get these cats? Okay, we do this little come in, he takes the snap, then just pitch it. Toss it to Fields. Now we got a lead blocker. We're out on the edge. These guys do all this crazy kind of shorty gap defense. That's innovation. That's design. This sucks. This is not acceptable, man. We're not calling 85's number on the first third and one of the year. It's not happening. It can't be happening. Look at the defense. Watch him shift down. Once he gets into this, everybody knows it's a sneak. So get it and then just toss it to Justin. He can walk to the left or the right for a first down. Or just snap it to him right there and let him run duo without the A and the B gaps covered on both sides. I can't, man. This was a tough start. And then 4th and 1, then we're going to come back the very next one and just give it to him and think he's going to go over the top because they're gapped out. We've got guys in both A's and B's. And for some reason, we didn't watch the Eagles play last year and we're not going to push the quarterback. Okay. So just the defense here. I'm not saying you can't get it. Okay. First of all, I am saying that there's better things to do, in my opinion. The first would be get in shotgun and just let Justin run to the left or the right. And the next thing, if we're going to do this, we need someone to push him right behind him. And we need him to be able to, him being Fields, to be able to not have our feet like this. Like you'd watch Brady back in the day. It was always like a stagger and you got to catch it and get a little momentum and then go. Or if you're going to do this, where he essentially is saying, hey, they've got us gapped out, both A's, both B's, but there's no linebacker type here. So you could go over. Well, if you say you're going to go over, you got to go, man. You got to make that happen. Because once you go over, you lose all your power with your legs in the drive. So all bad. We're 2 short yardages in, 2 sneaks in, and we're 0 for the year. And essentially 0 design. First time we try to trick him, dick him. Second time we don't get a push. And we try to go over the top. And we got the most powerful, dynamic running quarterback in the league. How does this happen, man? This should be the strength. Next one here. Nice little completion to the corner up top. Now, we're going to talk about, maybe some questions about what the hell's going on pass pro wise here. But this is a nice job from Fields extending this thing, finding the corner, actually throwing it down the field. Okay, a little bit. I guess we'll call this play action. I don't know what the hell's going on here pass pro wise, I'll be honest with you. There's no way that we're pulling the left tackle thinking we're going to boot like this. I just can't imagine that that's the case. If it is, I've never seen it before. Maybe it's the bleeding edge of Pass Pro innovation. I doubt it, just from watching the rest of this film. For my money, again, I'm trying to be nice. So design-wise here, this looks like just smash. So corner with what is probably a locked hitch and an over. You know, that route concept tells me that we're trying to roll out to the right, okay, to have this over working towards it. What I don't understand is moving the tight end. So now we're going to have the tight end over here, and we're going to pull the tackle to think that they're going to come over here and log this for us so that we can fake and then get out on the edge. It doesn't make sense to me. Normally what you would say is let's keep this thing 3-by-1. So keep the tight end over here and pull the guard to again have the extra person out there. Like true, like old school boot or waggle. Hey man, maybe Justin Fields just bails and kind of goes to the right here, and this is supposed to be a drop back. Pulling the left tackle to me seems very difficult. Pulling the left tackle to log, meaning to say, hey, we're going to go to the outside on the right, because it looks like Fields is on the run. And I'm not saying that every single thing has to make sense to me, but if I can't watch the film 20 times and realize what are we trying to do here, I think what we're trying to do is pull the left tackle and roll out to the right. If we are, in my opinion, that's not a recipe for success in the NFL. Now, it works here because 90 surfs this thing slow. But man, that is, you don't see that ever at any level of football. Next one here, this is a brutal turn down, man. No other way to say it than saying this is a quarters beater. The number 1 to the bottom, now the number 2, literally 2 running the sail. This ball must be thrown. And I get it. Some people that maybe don't quite understand what's going on might say, hey, it's a check down. You got a completion. Ease up, bro. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm telling you, if you're complaining about the ball not being driven down the field, this ball has to be thrown. It has to be thrown. There is no other way to put it. It will never be cleaner than this. This is wide ass open. So right here, this sail is open, and it's open because of how we get there with the motion. So we're going in with motion, and then he essentially is running the clear. So he's going to take this corner and go. He's gone. This ball has to be thrown on time. I mean, it really doesn't even have to be thrown on time. It can be thrown late. You can drive this thing out there. It's got to be thrown outside the numbers. We got to throw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw it. Throw it. It's open. Must throw. I mean, how is he getting down to the check down so quickly? Maybe he thinks the corner at the bottom is staring in at him and taking it away. You know, that could be the only thing I could possibly think, and it's not a good enough excuse. We got to throw. Fuck, man. You got to throw that. I would be losing my mind dialing up plays like that as a play caller and not having those balls thrown down the field. And again, you know, the other thing about this is just the pace of play, the pace of the drops for someone who's so fast. It just looks so kind of nonchalant. Like there's a lack of like urgency in the drops. And so I mean, you be the judge. Is this as fast as he can go? Now, I get it. The snap sucks. Okay, the snaps were all over the place all day, but you got to go. Da, 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 da. He's chilling, not lined up. Check down. Next one here, another rough, what I'm going to classify as probably a turn down. This is a double move opportunity up top to the number 1, and then old school shallow cross over the ball. Now, for my money, I mean, the ball has to go to the deep hook. I know he eventually gets it to the check down. I think maybe if you were playing it just shallow cross, you know, the pressure on your left maybe gets you off early, like off your spot. But that ball, I mean, we're just skipping over reads now. We're just skipping over that deep hook. And I know that's my boy, but I would throw it to him. I mean, I get it. There's a little pressure from your backside. You feel it. And sometimes it happens where you'll just skip over guys because you feel pressure and your eyes will float to someone and see it and let it rip. Okay. Now, design-wise here, you know, I'm not that mad at this concept. I don't love shallow cross. I just think there's better shit than shallow cross. And shallow cross to me is, here's the shallow, here's the deep hook, this shallow has the capacity to set it down versus zone, or you can keep running versus man. Different teams will read this different ways. I think most often it's read 1 to 2. Sometimes in zone, it will be read 1 to 2. Okay, different teams do it different ways. It looks like right here, they pair it with what I'm going to call a double move. So if you like this one-on-one, maybe you take a shot. Maybe that makes you late everywhere else. You know, this guy, he's not really my favorite double move candidate. And that's putting it nicely. But man, we got to, as soon as you're off that double move up top, get the ball to the deep hook. I mean, or the shallow. Really, they're both open. I mean, they're both NFL open. We got to put the ball on the deep hook. The ball has to be thrown to the deep hook. And I get it. You might move off your launch point, but again, the drop to me is too chill. There's no urgency. There's no burst. There's no quickness. It looks like we're just chilling. And I know you want to be relaxed and under control, but come on, dog. We got to go. That's as fast as we can drop. And again, I understand. I'm not blind. I see him off of his spot right there. Okay, that's going to be hard to play quarterback to then get back to the read. But 2 is open. 85 is open. Throw it. Next one here, just a disgusting swing screen to the left, a little fast forward motion. Okay, terrible blocking by the number 2. Okay, and I get it. This is not, wide receiver blocking school. I do think it's worth acknowledging the fact, just like, I don't love how Justin Fields plays this. I don't love the read of this. First, let's talk what exactly the play is. So for me, this play is this fast motion. We're running the swing screen. Down here, we're just going to block MDM. So most dangerous, most dangerous, most dangerous. And again, that's in theory. I know this guy pierces it, and terrible blocking by the number 2. The part that I don't love about this is this slant to me up top looks pretty good. So I would imagine how they install this, and I don't know, but how I would install it would be, if you like this slant, let's throw it. We can always come back and throw this. You can throw this anytime. Anytime. The only thing I might say is, hey, if we're going to do this fast motion, let's let him get a little bit wider and see what the defense does. Do they adjust? Do they run somebody with him? Because if someone adjusts, then we know for sure we can come back here and rip this slant. But if we do it so quick that we send him and then we snap it before he's even past me, I can't tell what the hell the defense is doing because my eyes are down looking at the ball. So just the operational element of this. And then for my money, Justin Fields catches this and hezzies. You guys catch and throw it. I know it might be going backwards, but that's on the back. The back's got to carve this thing. The back's going backwards. Look at the back's path. The back starts on the 31. Stay on the 31. Why are you running backwards? Is this a double pass? What are we doing? The fucking details and nuance, it doesn't exist in this offense. It's just sloppy. And again, Justin Fields, for my money, if he's going to throw the swing screen, you got to grip it and rip it. You got to catch it and throw it. Watch his feet hesitate. See that little is he trying to find the laces? That's not going to work. That's how all these things got batted down. Catch and throw. Way faster. Way faster. And obviously the blocking, terrible. Next one here, rough turn down for me up top. This is a drift post up top. The ball has to be thrown. I mean, there's no excuses for me. Maybe he sees color flash. I mean, color's going to flash damn near every snap with this offensive line. You got to hang in there and throw this ball, man. This ball has to be thrown to the drift 8 to the left, to the post. I mean, I get it. I get it. He can escape. He can create. Just play the damn play in structure. People start getting pissed with stuff like this. So for me, this is a really nice, well-drawn play. So we're going to come up here, rip this drift 8. I'm all for it. Let's go. Then to be able to come back here and have the kind of zone insert element of it. So we're going to come in here. We're selling this run. We're coming downhill. We've got these second level players all going to be stepping up. This is open. Must throw. Must throw in time. I don't care that there is a guy right in your face here. You're going to get hit playing quarterback. You have to throw the ball, man. I'm sure he's getting coached well, but this is one of those things you can't have show up on your film. Just throw it. Throw it now. Anticipate now. Now. It's there. It's on time. Damn. And there are just too many of these. And then it's not all Justin Fields by any means. But this, I mean, even if you had to like move right here, like dip and rip away from 91, which I don't think you have to do, you could just throw it right there. Still throw it. Throw it. You can see it's how open it is to the left. Throw it. This next one sums up so much of this offense for me. It's frustrating as hell. I don't think it's sound, but Justin Fields is crazy explosive. Go get himself a first down. And we're getting corner blitzed here, corner cat, corner cobra, corner whatever the hell you want. We've got all sorts of issues, in my opinion. We've got issues at the pass pro, the design, the answers for the quarterback, what the hell is going on at tight end. Okay, all those things are wrapped up into this. Okay, so go with me for a second here. The first part is just, here is the corner blitz. There's lots of different ways to handle this. Just from the perimeter standpoint, so the wide receivers, the most often way to handle this is what's called a side adjust versus a cloud corner. It's usually a skip off. So you just skip off over here. The quarterback sees it. You can communicate. It's not against the rules to say, hey, right here, corner, cat, cobra, catch, throw, take the hit off, done. Okay, the next part of this is this sure looks like 7-person protection. Okay, so we got the back, the offensive line, and the sniffer type, your boy, eligible offensive tackle. Okay, now, oftentimes in this formation, you see chips. Okay, so they're just chipping the edge and getting into their check down. They're just chipping and getting into their check down. Well, the thing that we don't know is this 5-person protection with 2 chips? Is this 6-person protection plus the Y chipping? Is this 7-person protection plus chips? We don't know. Only they know. Okay, now the problem is if it's 7-person protection. Back in the day, it used to be 7-person protection, and they'd have the tight end and back here. And then if you don't get it, then you chip and get into it. The reason you have your tight end here to do that is because he's now a vertical threat from there. But what he can't do from there is see who the hell he's supposed to block. If this is 7-person protection, you don't have a chip. You've got this guy. You got to block him, bro. Okay, so that's the other answer. The final answer is if this is 5-person protection, so just the 5 offensive linemen and we're getting chips on the edges. That's it. Well, then if we're in a 5-0 here, so the right guard and right tackle have the 2 most dangerous down here. So right here and right here. That's the 2 most dangerous, 1 to 2. Well, if 1 drops out, it's now 1 to 2. The right tackle's got to get out. Somebody's got to fucking do their job in this offense besides Justin Fields running for his life. Because either the pass pro sucks, the execution sucks. You know, it's great that the eligible tackle, Debo's the guy out of the club. But when the corner's running free right off your right ear, it doesn't help anybody. Jesus. It doesn't take away Justin Fields' great play, great elusiveness, go get a first down. That's awesome. The system, not good. This next one is a capital, all lock, WTF. Terrible sack. What the fuck are we doing? No way this is a play. This is the red zone, NFL week 1, months to prepare. I can't tell you what this play is. The offensive line looks like they're pass protecting, like running like a naked. Everyone else looks like who knows what the hell they're doing. 85 down here to the bottom looks like he's blocking. I mean, look at the offensive line. Does the offensive line look like they're run blocking? No, they're not run blocking. Okay, so try to make sense of what is happening here and me not lose my mind. We're pass blocking here. We're like run blocking here. It looks like we're running essentially fades down here. Maybe like some sort of like RPO stick or hitch here. The only person who's actually running hard is the back. And then Justin Fields, for whatever reason, if this is a pass, throw it away, dog. If it is, for a long time, I thought maybe it was just zone read and he was afraid offensive linemen would be down the field, run blocking, but it's not that. It's pretty shitty offense if we can't tell what the fuck the play is supposed to be. What is this? What is happening? What is 85 doing? I mean, part of me thinks that it's supposed to be like a naked and we're trying to throw like a corner to the back, out the backfield. They're just inventing shit out there. Like draw it up in the sand. Nothing's there. It's terrible. This is a disaster of a play. This is the shit that gets people fired right here. These types of things where we can't tell what the hell is happening. What is this? Got pass pro. We got running. What? And a sack? Oh my God. Next one here, 3rd and 11. This is a laugher. 7 stop to the bottom to 85. I mean, this never has a chance. This is one of those ones the tight end coach tells you he wants to put it in the red zone. You say, yeah, we'll put it in. It's the number 6 call, and we never call it. This play sucks. Now, I will say the only silver lining here is that Justin Fields throws this with anticipation. I mean, mark it down, y'all. I mean, I don't remember seeing an anticipation throw. That's anticipation. He's separated right there. Now, it's crazy to me that that's the guy he picked to choose to throw to throw an anticipation throw. And to me, it's just a 7 stop or a corner stop. So we're up to the corner and we're stopping. You can almost hear the DB laughing that he thinks he's going to run by him to the corner. But the anticipation? Okay. I mean, we're searching for anything good. There's a little bit of anticipation. Now, I get it. It's also 3rd and 11. There's not a whole lot of great calls. This looks like just essentially search by the number 2, and like this kind of like whip wrap by the number 1. There's not a lot of great calls. If it was 3rd and 11 for my money, I just throw like slant wheel or something like high school Harry style to give you multiple options into the end zone. But throwing like an anticipation 7 stop to 85, he just has no suddenness. There's no separation. What? Why this throw? Why this design? Again, I like the anticipation, but why, man? For who, for what? Look at this. Anticipation? Yes. I mean, I want to celebrate something good. It's a decent throw. I mean, it's great coverage and there's no separation because the dude can't separate. We shouldn't be throwing routes like that to him. Next one here. This looks like it's supposed to be a screen to 85. I'm pretty sure the right guard just goes full sabotage. Justin Fields salvages it. I mean, he's essentially like a salvage artist at this point. Got no chance on some of these plays. What's the right guard doing? What the fuck, man? This actually happens a few times on these types of plays where guys are sabotaging the guy next to them. That's such a hard block for the right tackle. What are you doing, 64? All to go tailpipe the center? I mean, he hits the center off. What the fuck? It's like every play, there's some other guy doing a disaster play. So first off, I want to acknowledge the fact that I actually like this design. So the design meaning we're going to do this little like ghost motion behind it. Okay, then we're going to fake this thing this way. We're going to get the split flow action for me. So and then we're going to try to get the screen out this way. So I love the misdirection. We're going to run it with, I think they run like sell that over and the post, make it look like pass. This got a chance to be a nice hit out here to hopefully some other guy. But I see the intention behind it. But watch the right guard. He literally runs into the center, knocks the center off, but then he doesn't hit the shade. So that essentially this defender right here has to be blocked by the right tackle. That is a crazy angle. It's unnecessary. The right guard doesn't block anybody. Like I'm over here like half shaking. I couldn't imagine being in an offensive meeting room and having this happen. It's damn near every play. And thank God Justin Fields is able to kind of salvage this. They get a penalty, it doesn't matter. But I mean, just look at the right guard. All he has to do is put his right hand on the shade. Just give me something, dog. Give me a kickstand. Don't run into the back of the center. Now we got to go make a hero play, penalty. Next one here, 2nd and 20. Almost always trying to get halfback. We're going full high school Harry here with some terrible offensive design. I had to look up who the hell 35 is. I don't pretend to be a Chicago Bears like aficionado, super fan. It says online he's the fullback. I don't know a lot of teams that want to throw fullback little whips or returns out here on second and forever. This is just getting too cute. So the first part here, just thinking, okay, we're going to do this. This is going to be the matchup we want. Let this thing rip, okay. I don't think so. The other part that is straight, literally LOL, is this is a corner and a corner. Okay, that's intentional awkward silence. This doesn't exist in football. No one runs this. You're running to the same area in the same plane. This is not a thing. Someone's making a mistake. It's not the first time. It's just not. Look at the route. Half the field is closed. Get the fuck out of here with this, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. And again, we could be critical of Justin Fields, and I could keep repeating myself. I think his drop looks like it's in slow motion. I think he needs to play a lot faster back there. A better throw would help. Better pass protection would help. But come on. Next one here, 3rd and 20. Our guy, the right guard, at it again. This time out of quads at least. Closing half the field essentially. Running like a little dagger corner combination. He's never going to have time to make this throw. Again, he's just back there going full recess mode. The right guard is just overwhelmed. Again, we're chipping on the edges, but the one-on-one is right guard, and he never has a chance. There's only one-on-one, and it's a massive L, capital L. He tries to leg whip him. Luckily, he can't bring down Justin. He's able to get something positive out of it, although he takes a big shot there unnecessarily. You don't see that kind of open field tackle on fields very often. But my goodness, you got no chance. This is one of those ones where you actually do just run a draw, man. Just run a run play. Just get anything as opposed to this. And I know people say, you got to drive it down the field. There's no way you can drive it down the field on this one. If anything, you're just going to be fortunate enough to throw a check down. Throw a check down, punt, live to fight another day, but try to avoid shots like that. But and what I'm talking about just theoretically here, just the philosophical way you approach ball. Pass pro to me is you're trying to get as many double teams as possible. So if we get a chip here, so we're chipping here. I'm going to go through each fucking one. We're chipping here with those two. Okay. These two are working out to the tackle right there. These two are working right here. The one-on-one is the little guy going one-on-one versus the 4-eye essentially. Tough angle, coming downhill, sprinter stance. Just help him out, man. Give us something. Damn. Nice strength from Justin Fields. Don't take hits like this, man, especially on 3rd and forevers. Next one here, the slot to the bottom. This is how people get fired. This is how wide receiver coaches get fired. Effort like that, that's laughable, bro. That's a shitty scout team look. What is he thinking? And then he's trying to have an excuse about his hands. Now, the other thing I will say here is this looks like it's supposed to be screens on the outside, almost like double SSRO. And what I mean by that is it looks like we're running spear screens on the perimeter with quarterback draw. Now, if that is the case, I like this design. So for me here, spear or arrow screen is just quick little flats, and then the outside guys, the 1 and the 2, are blocking. You obviously have to block here. This is legitimately LOL from this cat right here. It's embarrassing. Okay, down here up top, it looks like they're running the same thing. So MDM with a little flat or arrow screen. And then if you're running that with everyone else running quarterback draw here, I kind of like that. And that's a cool play. Maybe I understand why he throws it down here. He thinks he's got numbers. He actually thinks 10 is going to block. He doesn't know 10 that well or hasn't watched him on film yet. But I kind of like this play. The draw might be there, potentially. Okay. Now, the thing I haven't mentioned yet is we haven't run Justin Fields one time in the first half. Maybe some of those muddy plays were runs, but we got to run him. We got to run him. Especially if this is the type of shit that happens with not running him, we got to run him. And again, I'm not letting 10 off the hook. I'm just telling you, This is how position coaches get fired early on in a season. Effort like that. 3rd and 9 here, end of the second quarter. For my money, you could make the argument that you should drill this ball up top to the number 1 on a little in route. Again, that in corner combination they've run a few times. I get it. I feel like Fields is camouflaging some of these, what I would consider turn downs, with throwing check downs and just like getting completions or trying to get a check down right here. I think, to me, this is a cool play. First of all, the thing to acknowledge, cool play here. And again, if I'm going to bash the scheme, and I think I'm doing a decent job of video evidence to bash it, I want to point out the good stuff. To me, this is good stuff pass protection wise. Watch how quickly he just puts his hands on and snaps it. So everyone has to be set. Then the center puts his hand on the ball. 1 second, snap it. So there is no snap count. So you alleviate some of the kind of pin your ears back on 3rd and forever. So I love that. The other part of this is, for my money, okay, this little burst in here, it's not wide open. It really isn't. There's a flat defender. There's a hook defender. But I know a lot of guys in the league would throw this. So take your drop and rip it on time with anticipation here. Now, we have not seen Justin Fields do that. I'm just pointing it out that for my money, it's open. If I was coaching quarterbacks in Chicago or calling plays in Chicago, I would want the quarterback to throw this up top. Throw it right now. Anticipation up top. You see that in come open? You can't wait for it to come open. Throw it now. As opposed to check down. And then I'm not sure how he gets to the right check down. If anything, you'd want to check it down to the guy right in front of you where you're looking, with 85 chipping the end. Just all out of sorts. Funky. Certainly not comfortable with it, even though we're using some of what I consider the cool tools. Again, watch the center. Hand on the ball, go. It almost looks like he's looking to the right. And again, the drop for me it's killing me, man. It's got to be faster. Hit it, go. Again, I mean, so heel clicky right there. And I get it. He's heel clicky because he's doing a violent movement away from the right tackle. But man, I'm fucking exhausted. It's only been the first half of this game. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you doing it. We also have the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a cheap, easy way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on all of my favorite football topics, everything from RPOs, tempos, pass protections. The best-selling course is How to Beat Every Coverage. We even have an entire offensive system over there. So get over there and enroll. The links are in the video description. We also have a number of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, let the circus continue up front. Left tackle, sabotage mode. Who knows what the fuck he's doing? I mean, you can't play football like this, man. I know I talk a lot on this channel about quarterbacks having kind of like worst case scenarios in their head as the kind of first option on these naked keepers. But you can't think that the defensive tackle is going to tackle you. What the left tackle is doing is I have no idea. Okay, now the easy way to kind of talk through this play, and really a lot of it doesn't matter because we're so shitty right here. But if this defensive tackle is inside of you and we are naked keepering this way, the offensive line is usually doing what most places call elephants on parade. Okay, what elephants on parade means is that they all have their gap to the right. Everyone has the gap to their right, maybe not the tight end. So they're all stepping and not allowing any sort of run through or penetration, but they want to make it look like run. So you fire off hard. Well, you're not allowed to just say, well, I'm just going to take away my gap. So I'll just go right into the left guard and allow the guy who's in my gap to just run straight to the quarterback. Like that's middle fingering the whole organization. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen someone do it. I get it that he might be stepping to the right, but you got to get something on him. You've got to get some sort of hand on him. It's not even worth talking about the rest of the play and about how they're asking the fullback to come from distance to secure the edge. The left tackle has to hit the defensive tackle. He has to. The quarterback is thinking worst case scenario off the C gap. And I get it that it works out like that. It's technically the C gap. If this is the A, the B, the C, technically he comes in the C gap, but he's coming from such a tight distance that he's on fields before you're normally used to selling this thing and coming out vertically to go make a play. You're thinking at worst, you're going to make a play off this guy, and that gives you a little bit more time. And they also have a fullback out here on the edge who theoretically would be helping you secure or seal that edge. This, just watch him. Watch him after he does whatever the hell he does here. This is not acceptable at any level. I mean, he thinks he's doing like Bear Jacks. B-E-A-R-S. Bears. It's fuck, man. You got no chance, y'all. You cannot play quarterback like this. Oh my God. Next one here, 3rd and 3. This is a bummer on many levels. Fumble at the end of this thing. Obviously, ball security, yada, 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 got to do it. I get all of that. Okay, that's absolutely on Justin Fields, rightfully so. That's the first and final part of this. You got to hold on to the ball. I think it's fine if he thinks he can go get it himself. If it's muddy, I think he probably should throw it to Moore, the number 1 down here to the bottom. I think that I don't love this type of scheme. I think I'm on record, multiple videos, multiple spots, saying why I don't like this type of scheme. So why I don't like this type of scheme is we are going to essentially close half the field. Okay, so when we're keeping in, let's say 7 here, probably chipping with whatever kind of protection you want, half the field is closed. You're not threatening that upper part of the field. So even if you have this really cool scheme, and let's say that this is a really cool scheme where you come up here, run a post, you're going to try to get right here, this double move essentially up and through this little like 7-up window. Really cool. Take forever. I mean, you haven't been able to pass protect all day, but whatever. Okay, that item, if you're going to do it, that's not a bad way to do it. And it's not there. He gets knocked off. The number 3 gets knocked off. So right here, we get collision. Bam, 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 bam. It's not there. Justin Fields, you got to be able to get the ball down right here. That's a first down. It's open. I get it that there might be someone at your feet. Your eyes have to stay up. Quick little move and get the ball out. It's got to happen, man. It's got to happen. This is not that hard. So shot down the field, not there. 3rd and 3 shots, I like it. Don't like how they do it here, but okay, not there. Get it down. That little return whip from the number 1 down here to the bottom is open. Throw it. And I get it. He's already gone when I'm saying throw it. But I think he can just play this from the pocket. It doesn't have to feel like everything is a hero ball circus play recess vibe. Throw it. Don't have your eyes go down here. Quick reset, eyes up. Throw it. Then, of course, hold on to the ball. Captain Obvious. Next one here, really well-designed play down to the bottom for the touchdown pass. Going to hit the slot on a little, what I'm going to call almost like a delayed inside fade or kind of like a slow wheel. It's paired with a burst post, which gets a little rub. Nice throw. He's wide ass open. A good enough throw. And back pylon makes it even easier. But this is outstanding design. Nice job here getting to 7-person protection, blocking him up. Again, good enough base here. Doesn't have to get through the throw. Hit that back foot, sink. Nice touchdown. Okay, I get it at this point. We're in scramble mode, just trying to chase these guys score-wise. But this is a nice play. Again, if I'm going to be critical of the design, I want to point out and be really explicit when I like it. Right here, I like it. So burst post. So first of all, here's the touchdown. Up, and I'm going to call that the wheel. This to me is the burst post part of it. So we're going to burst in. That's going to set this little rub potentially here. And then we're up and capture the corner. So not only are you getting a potential rub here, but you're taking this corner with you to the post. So that's why it's so open. So you get a rub and kind of a clear out. It's really great design. Y'all, if they got this, the rest of it should look like this. That's even more infuriating to have cool design plays like this, throwing the ball down the field. We got to be able to see it, hit it, call these, dial them up more, not saving it for when we're down by a bunch. And I get it. Fields has turned down a few. We haven't pass protected nearly well enough. But this is nice. Look at the back foot. Boom, sink on it. Again, any heel click. Boom, great base. Get the ball out. Can't rotate through. Great job. Touchdown. Next one here, second and long. This is going to end up being kind of a blow up shallow. You probably never want to throw shallows to guys running full speed into cloud corners. That's as much on the shallow runner as it is on the decision from the quarterback. Got to protect your guy here better. That's dangerous shot. 10 years ago, that's ER. The other thing I will say, so that's the first part. Okay, so that's just like football 101. If we're going to run a shallow here, and there's going to be what I'm going to call a cloud corner right here. So he's rolled up in the flat. This shallow almost universally needs to settle right here. Stop. Basically turn, stop your feet, and look at the quarterback. If you keep running and looking, that means you want the ball, and you're going to keep moving. Now the part, and again, this is going to feel like I'm picking on people, but it's not. It's just the truth. This is too slow. To me, this is supposed to be cross with an in. Okay, but the reason it's such a crummy play is because the number 3 up here takes forever. Okay, he's off the ball. He's going whatever speed this is, and this is too close. The spacing is too close because the speed is not enough to run this. He can't run these types of crossing routes. There's no burst. So watch the distribution of the routes up top. I mean, again, the spacing on some of these plays is so shitty because some of these cats just cannot roll. You got to go. There's nowhere to go with the ball. The tight end is covering the in on the backside. I mean, damn. Getting our guys hit like that too. I mean, it's just this is just not good football, man. This is not good football at any spot good enough. Design, execution, speed. Next one here, just a brutal pick six. 3rd and 11. We're going to force the in up top. I'm going to guess that Fields just never sees the linebacker here. And then we're going to talk about some of the effort here at the end of this thing as well. But this is obviously inexcusable as far as not being able to see it, put it right on the guy's chest. All sorts of bad here. And there's no words here other than the fact that, again, it looks like we're holding people right in front of us. I'm not going to even pretend to tell you what the right guard is doing. Okay, the old bear hug from behind. All bad. Okay. Pick six, disaster. Okay, we obviously need to bring our hands there. We're going to talk through a handful of these effort things at the end once I get through kind of what this play is. And this play is it should be a check down. Okay, what it is here is that we end up trying to force this in route right here, and we just don't see the linebacker. And I mean that's really it. It looks like it's paired simply with like a deep out or circus and a post. Okay, now, is this my favorite concept in the world? Hell no. For 3rd and 11. Okay, hell no. Hell no. Not a lot of great options though. If anything, you just got to get it to the check down, live to fight another day, punt, and start worrying about next week at this point. So no great options, but certainly can't do this if you're Justin Fields. And it's not even close. It's one thing if it's like a tip, late, whatever, that hits the guy in the damn chest. And we got people bouncing all over each other. And this is where, when you're in a meeting, an offensive meeting, this is where people start getting real fucking nervous. Okay? Because the effort here after this tells us what kind of football players we got. Who's competing? Okay? Right out the gate here. Who is going to make a tackle? Hey, Justin Fields gets thrown to the ground. Boom. He's up. He's going to make a tackle. Hey, the running back looks like he throws himself in there now. He needs to bring his hands and maybe go a little bit lower. But that's pretty good effort. Okay? Now watch 85. Y'all, look at the hips. Look how high he is. You got to go hunting. You got to get that guy down. This is a touchdown saving tackle. We can't do it. You got Justin Fields like trying to fight over and around defensive linemen. Probably needs to stay outside there. If I was telling Justin Fields to set the edge a little bit on this. But come on, 85. That's terrible effort. I'm going to go back and watch it just again because this is the type of stuff that happens in team meetings where you point out and you go, hey, 85. Like, we can't win with this kind of effort right here. You got to make this tackle. And I get it. This guy needs to bring his arms with him and wrap up. But this is so high and so kind of nonchalant. It looks like you're like, we're cool with what's going down here. I mean, look at him get all out of whack. What the fuck? You got to play so much lower, so stiff. Damn. Great effort at the end there. Is that the same guy who misses the initial tackle? Go all the way back here. Sorry about the rewind. It is. So watch I don't know who the hell that is. We'll say the running back. The running back misses the tackle. He gets up. Look at the pursuit, guys. That's fucking awesome. So to have such a shitty play by 85 and such a great play from the back on a pick six, just disgusting, man. Next one here. This is another tough one for me in Fields. Bottom of the screen, the number one, wrap in. This wide ass open, man. You got to throw it. I get it. He scrambles, gets a decent little chunk, maybe a first down. You have to throw the wrap in to the left. It looks like he's looking to the left. I get it that someone's getting walked back into his lap, but it feels like he's playing with his eyes down really quickly as opposed to eyes up. So for me, this ball has to be thrown right here. And you don't even have to throw it with great anticipation because it's that open. This little pivot gather, once this defender squeezes this thing, you've got this big window and you just lay it in there, man. And again, I'm not saying the pass protection is perfect because it's certainly not perfect, but it's good enough for this one. 1, 2, 3, throw. Throw it, dog. Throw it. You're looking at it, throw it. It's tough, man. No easy answers here. This is one of those films, man, that hurts. This is like Sunday can't get here fast enough. My goodness. Again, I appreciate the fact that he's still fighting, trying. But man, we're making this way harder than it has to be. Next one here, 3rd and 5. Get meshy. Again, we're making this way harder than it has to be. I know he takes a big hit here. We take an L. Can't pass off a stunt. To me, we got guys running open damn near all over the place. Now, again, I understand it's easy with a clicker to say we got guys running open all over the place. We got to throw it. But for me, for my money, man, we got to at some point start getting these balls out on time. The read here for me, this looks like smash-ish, so flat corner up top, and then we're going to just run like traditional mesh here. So deep hook with the get meshy here. Okay. So if this is the play, I would say most often you would read this thing 1 up here to probably 2. It really doesn't matter. 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. I don't care what it is. Alert it if you like it, whatever your flavor is. This is open. So for my money, that's open. Certainly the deep hook is open. They're all going to get us easy first downs. This feels like we've got like some vision issues. Throw it. The only person that's not going to get us a first down is the flat. And that's really it. Maybe the tight end down here to the bottom. We got to throw it. And again, I get it that we can't pass off the stunt because the left guard doesn't get any depth. But we got to throw this, man. You can't sit back there and hang on the ball, hang on it. Again, mesh is a great call because it's got good man and zone answers. So looking to the right, throw the corner. Don't like it, work the mesh. The deep hook is there. Look at the deep hook. Throw it. I mean, that's as open as it gets. Next one here, another brutal turn down in my opinion. So we're going to do a double move down here to the bottom. It's not there. But the in up top, the backside in is wide ass open, man. Again, we got to throw it. And I get it. You could say, hey, man, you're being really picky. The game's out of line. Just get a completion. Throw it to my boy here. I don't think you're necessarily totally wrong. I just think it's another example of us turning down throws down the field. So if you're going to complain about, hey, we need to drive the ball down the field, well, this double move right here, it's not there. It's not my favorite double move guy. I've said all I can say politely about what's going on here. Okay, it's not there. This up top, though, what I think most people would call just a backside in, it's there, man. Throw it at the back of your drop. Say no down here. So no, come all the way back and rip this thing. Drive it. That's the throw everyone wants to see you make. That's the throw I think you can make. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do it consistently. Do it ever. Again, look at the drop. The fucking nonchalant. La, 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 la. Look at the in, man. That in is so open. Throw it. It's in the same lane as the check down. If you just threw it just like you threw the check down, but down the field, it would be a 20-yard hit. And again, I get it, man. The game's essentially out of reach here. Let's not force it, whatever. I think it's a fair argument. I just would like to see him throw the ball down the field at some point. First and goal from the 2, we're going to run sprint left option. I don't get a chance to talk about this play a lot, but this play is right up there in my money, for my money, with scat, Hank, and spacing. It sucks. And it sucks the worst out of a static look like this. It sucks a little bit less if you use motion. And we'll talk about what that looks like. But for me, when I talk about sprint option, this is old school West Coast verbiage. Okay, so it's not like true option. The route is trying to get the ball here on a little flat. It's paired here with what I'm going to call as a must outside release, like backline whip. Okay, think Dwight Clark back in the day was this play. Now, I think the best way to do it, if you're going to go static, which sucks, so no motion, we're just going to stay here, is to run it in, up, and out. So you get the potential for a little rub on the number 2. The best way to do this, and it's not that complicated. I mean, people have been doing this for 30 years, is to be able to come out here and say, short motion this thing, let either one of these guys talk and say who's going to run it, and then you get kind of the rub corner, and you can run the second guy on kind of like, have him come out here, wait, get outside, slip it inside, and then come out to have a little bit of creativity with the release. To just come out here and run it. This is like, what I would imagine like JV install 1 red zone looks like. There's way better shit than this. There's no chance here. The other part about this, and this is just me talking, is the third option for this play, in my opinion, is running the flat. So here's the 1, that's 1. Here's 2 on the back line, and then 3, and this is again where I think the details and nuance of these plays come in, is you get to the sideline, if you're this player, you turn your back, and then you come right back to the front pylon. So this is 1, this is 2, Dwight Clark, this is 3, front pylon. And again, the 3 is not even there. It looks like he's like trying to box out at the wreck. I give me the shivers. Nice throwaway. Thank God we didn't take a sack. I mean, something positive out of it. What do you think Claypool's thinking as he's reaching down here at the 2-yard line? Disaster. Next one here, 2-pointer after a penalty. This is so bad on so many different levels, man. First of all, the concept here looks like everybody run a corner or a shake. What's going on down here to the bottom? What is that? That can't fucking be real. Okay, the other part of this is what is happening with 85? Can we just let him get in a normal stance? Why does he have to be in a track stance if he's not going to run a route? Who are we fooling? It's a 2-point conversion. He's not going to run a vertical. The reason you don't want to mess with the stance, there's so many issues with this play. The first part, like the legit clown part of this, is this. So, I mean, they're right next to each other running the same route. What? This can't be real. Okay, I'm not mad at the fact that it looks like we're just going to run like a legitimate like Colorado or corner or shake down here. All right, it's not my favorite route. I think he leans. I think his arms are all over the place. It's just not that great. This though, we got our left foot up here. Just get back in a normal sniffer stance and get inside out and block this guy. We don't need to trick fuck anybody. We're not tricking anybody. They're just blowing through us. We're losing inside on pass protection all day. So first, let's just watch the routes to the bottom. and try not to hit yourself in the face. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm going to have to bleep some of this shit out. Now watch the tight end up top. I mean, it's a really hard block. I'm telling you, it's a hard block when you have your stance like that and you've got to be inside. There's no reason to be inside. Be back in a true sniffer, tailpiping the right tackle, off the ball, give yourself some space. But I mean, that's a hard down block. What's the pass? What are we play faking for? We're throwing all corners. We don't need a pass. We don't need a play fake. We don't need the linebackers to come up. This shit is disjointed. You have no chance. The pass protection's terrible. Last one is just another like quick hitting perimeter screen down here to the bottom, number 2. You know, we got blocking issues all over the place. For my money, it looks slow from the quarterback position as far as the catching and throwing it. I get it. It's not a great snap. But there's no sense of urgency. And then down here to the bottom, number 3, the 85, it's just a terrible block, man. This is how you end up doing perimeter Oklahoma all fucking week in practice. So if we're going to run this, and I don't think it's a bad look to run it, you've got to block MDM. So you've got to block this guy. Well, that's the type of like drawing that doesn't do the job service. What you really have to do is take an angle of worst case scenario. So you got to come flat and then be under control to protect. You can't just go where he is because he's not going to fucking be there, guys. He's going to be tackling the face of the screen. And then quarterback wise here, this has to be so much faster. Just switch the feet, get lined up over there, grip it and rip it. Go as fast as you can. That can't be as fast as you can. We can't be that fast of a runner and that slow of a screen thrower. But man, the block down here by 85 is just, it's how people get hurt, man. It's how you start fights in locker rooms. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at any level. But again, quarterback, catch and throw. Again, the snap, give us a better snap, right to our chest. Catch and throw fast. I'm going to let it play here because me slowing it down is not helping. Catch, throw. Disaster. So that is a wrap. Justin Fields, Bears, week 1, burn the tape. Okay, I get it. It's bad, man. And it was bad on every single level of that game. And it's one of those things for me, when it's that bad, inevitably there's basically a disaster or a blow-up play at damn near every position. And when that happens, it just feels like it snowballs and gets out of control. I think the thing that I can say about it is I tried to be as objective as I could about the scheme. I think some of it was scheme deficient, absolutely. I think some of it is quarterback play not good enough. So what does that mean? That means turning the ball down. That means for whatever reason, we can't see quite clean enough or early enough to be able to throw some of those balls that I think are there, and not just kind of there, but big time NFL open there. And that's the other part of it. Now, the other part, besides the deficiencies up front, maybe the perimeter not being as good as other people think it is, in my opinion, I personally don't understand why didn't they run Justin Fields at all? There were maybe a few runs that got kind of muddy that weren't runs that could have been runs, but just run him. Why are people so allergic to running quarterbacks that are good at running? It feels like it's some sort of like riddle that I don't get the joke for. Just let him run. Call designed quarterback runs, get him into a rhythm, then get it going. We don't need to get into a rhythm by throwing a bunch of screens. Save the screens for when you need it. Save the design specialty plays for when you need it. Let him be him. And he right now is someone who is a dynamic, explosive, violent, aggressive, accelerating downhill runner. He did none of that except when he had to like cover up disasters for other people. And so give yourself a chance by that. And we've got to see some growth from Justin Fields with the ability to drive the ball down the field and anticipate not even tight window throws, just like throws that are there on time in structure. It's got to happen, or else it's going to be a struggle. And it's going to continue to be a struggle. And it's going to be even more of a struggle with kind of what they're working with at other places. So until all of those things come together, and hopefully it all comes together, tomorrow on the practice field and Sunday at the next game. But man, I don't think it's going to be an easy lift unless they let Justin Fields be Justin Fields. Don't put him in a box and not let him run, not dial it up, especially on like third and short yardages, the red zone. Frustrating, man. Really frustrating. I'm honestly like half nauseous right now. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it. I think I'll see you next time. Have a good one.